Everybody, we're going to be doing a couple tutorials on how to use Premiere Pro. Um, Really simple once you get the hang of it, but it can be kind of tricky to figure out the ins and outs of it. So here I've got it pulled up on my laptop, and so we're going to click New Project, open it up, and I can give it kind of whatever name I want. So we'll say uh, testing video. Well, let's go with that. There we go. So now we're here, and it's kind of looking like this. It varies sometimes. Mine doesn't always look like this. I don't know what's going on. So we go File here and Import Video. As see, it brings up all my list. I did an interview with one of my friends who works for the intramural sports department, and so this is gonna be what we're looking at right now, his time with basketball. So we're just gonna start with A-roll, editing that and putting it in the main interview part. So we'll click here. And here it is. So then you can just grab and drop it into your media sequence here. And it's you're ready to go here. I'm going to get rid of this thing on the right side because it's not really that important to me right now. So just slide it over. This toolbar down here can be very helpful just for making things bigger. You can either make the sequence smaller or larger. I like to make it bigger, because then it helps you find the exact spot. A bit easier for cutting out videos. There'll be a lot of times in your interviews where someone says when they're trying to gather their thoughts, and so that split second of cutting out what you don't want can be very helpful to make this thing smaller. So I did this interview. I had some couple of friends that were screwing around right behind him for a start. So get to where we're back into normal, and so we'll just play it through and find the spot to where I want to cut it out.
Your major, where you're from, and how long you've been involved in intramural sports.
My name is Logan Lewis.
Here.
Oh, I'm talking to you? Okay. Oh, hey.
Okay, so the first thing when we get going here is that his voice is really loud. The microphone is set up very close to his neck, so it's really loud, but that was because of his clothing. Was my best option. So what I want to do here is I want to go into audio, and you see right here where I have this ability to adjust the volume. I want to grab that and I want to drag that down just to make it a little bit quieter, and you can adjust as you play.
I'm Logan Lewis. I'm a junior marketing major.
Now,
I am from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I've been involved in intramural sports for about 3 years.
There he sounds like a normal person talking into a microphone and not super loud screaming. So we got that taken care of. So we're going to go back and find where he starts talking, and we'll move on.
Oh, I'm talking to you? Okay. Oh, hey.
Okay, so he's getting real close there. I don't want him to start talking with his mouth open like it is right here in this top corner. You can see the video. So I'm going to find where he just starts that conversation. So we can get out of this audio now that we're finished that and switch to editing. You see how it adjusts a little bit now to look. But we're still looking at the same stuff. The way to cut stuff, you have this razor tool right here, and you click on that. I always like to try and find the exact spot where I want to cut it at and have this blue line there. So then you can just set your mouse right over top, and it'll cut right on top of that blue line. See, it made the cut there, so that's all I need. And then to get rid of the rest, come here and click on your selection tool, and select on that the white colored video and audio will be highlighted, and so you know which one you collected on. And so I just click delete, and it gets rid of it. So then I want to go back and I want to move the interview back to the beginning of the video so it doesn't keep moving down, so I know how long it is. See, you have a timeline up here on top, and so this is where we're at now, and here we go.
I'm Logan Lewis. I'm a junior marketing major. I am from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I've been involved in intramural sports for about 3 years.
Okay, so that's where it's but he hadn't quite given me everything I wanted in the interview, so I had to kind of force him along a little bit. So I've got a space here of probably a couple seconds of telling him what I want him to say.
What are your positions?
I'm an intramural sports staff assistant.
He is.
I work in the office and just kind of mess
just
around
a few
on a
small
daily
answers,
basis.
and I got to tell him.
I officiate flag football and basketball.
And then I get to this point where okay, say everything that I want, but get in there, get it all together. So You notice that I had to do that. He starts saying it right about here. I want to go and I want to cut that out again, to cut out this middle area. So I got to cut there, go back to my selection tool, and move here.
Intramural sports for about 3 years.
All right, and that's where he finishes. Need to go back just a little bit. There we go. And I want to cut out that middle area. And so we'll do another cut right here, which gives me that middle section. So I can get rid of all this dead space, me talking. So just highlight that and get rid of it. So now I want to grab here and move it back down so they're side by side again. You'll notice, though, as we play through here.
Involved in intramural sports for about 3 years. I officiate flag football, basketball, and I'm also a staff assistant.
So you notice there was a jump cut there. We've talked about that in class where,
Involved in intramural sports.
He's looking one way right here, and then once we jump to that other half of the video, he's in another position.
For about 3 years.
Weird.
Yeah,
so the way you get rid of that was with B-roll and maybe just moving the interview to another part, this part of the audio to another part of the interview. So we'll cover that later, but that's how you do cuts, and I hope this was helpful.